Okay, so everything has changed. If you can tell, I'm not in England right now. I'm actually don't even have my bus with me. I'm not living in the bus right now, and I don't have Winnie, my dog, which is the worst thing, I have to say. But yeah, I've made some decisions lately that have literally turned my life upside down. Can we also just ignore how outrageously overexposed this shot is? This sunshine has actually got me completely kerfuffled with my filming. Anyway, if you have no idea who I am, hello, my name is Josie. For the last 2 years, I've been travelling around the UK and Ireland, living in my cottage on wheels, which, slightly concerningly, took me about 3 years to build, prior to the 2 years of travelling. Anyway, that's kind of been my life. Just me, my van, and wherever I decide to park up for the night. And now I'm finally getting into the swing of things 2 years later. I've decided to leave it all behind and start afresh somewhere new. The difference is this time, I'm not doing it alone. So the plan is to leave behind my little cottage on wheels in England for a while and fly 24 hours halfway across the world and start again. Now, if you're worried this is the end of cottagecore van life, don't be. Because I have a sneaky suspicion you're going to like what I've got planned.
We've made it to Australia!
So, the plan. We've just arrived in Brisbane on the east coast of Australia, and we have 6 months to find a van, build it into something that is ideally charming, and then drive around Australia. Which is all perfectly reasonable, except that my last van build actually took me 3 years to build. So how we've arrived at this particular plan, I'm not entirely sure. So, as we don't actually have the van yet, this is where we'll be staying for a while. Well, for the next few days at least. Now, the decor isn't exactly my cup of tea, but the views, I mean, they are doing quite a lot of the heavy lifting. And to be honest, it's quite a novelty, you know, being in a house. Day 1 of looking for the perfect vehicle to convert. Now, I do have a few non-negotiables. Firstly, windows, lots of them. Because if I'm going to be spending months driving around Australia, I want to be able to see Australia. Secondly, I need to be able to stand up straight. A fairly basic requirement, admittedly, but one I've become surprisingly attached to. And finally, there needs to be enough room for a proper sofa. Some might argue that this is a luxury. Those people are wrong. I personally think that a comfortable place to drink tea is absolutely essential. This is contestant number 1, an ex-ambulance, which on paper sounds promising. It's wide, it looks tall enough, but I've been wrong before, so I think we should probably reserve judgment until we're actually inside. So we're just inside, like the first one that we're looking at. You're gonna go through there. It's a bit of a weird dealership place. Anyway, this is the ambulance that we were having a look online. It does look quite boxy and cool. Basically, it's actually not as tall as what we thought. But this one feels like actually just huge, like side to side. And this is aircon, which we are in Australia, and I am currently sweating buckets. Not bollocks, sweating buckets. Wrong phrase. Right, contestant number 2. A Renault. Now, first impressions, I like it. I'm feeling optimistic. It's got windows, lots of them, especially compared to the ambulance that we just seen, and even a skylight. With this, oh god, that's so hot. With the skylight, it's got windows. The only thing, it's got like steps and stuff. So this is the upper step, and this is the lower step. So I don't know how much work that would be, you know, to get rid of the step and the seats. So I remember that being a bit of a faff in my one. I actually quite like this one. I think I keep going for the ones that have got like windows and stuff. And look, I can stand up even I'm on the step right now. And I can stand up, and it's nice to have a skylight, isn't it? Isn't it? We like that. Okay, what's next? This one is also a contender, I'm feeling like. Ah yes, now this one was a Mercedes, which I know is a completely ridiculous reason to like a vehicle, but my little bus back home is also a Mercedes too, and I couldn't help but think that she'd quite like to have a cousin in Australia. This one feels like all of the seats are out already, so that's like a job done. Apart from this one. Apart from that. That's not a job done. And this one feels tall. Feels quite spacious to me though, personally. Clearly, I'm a Mercedes fan. Then there was this one, an LDV. And rather unexpectedly, I found myself admiring its tyres. Who knew they could look so good?
It's taller than all the rest.
It looks cool as well.
It was quite sensible, quite modern, and had very fancy pants aircon.
I mean, it's tall.
It's very tall, this one. This one's very tall. I think that's, look at me, I'm stretching my arms, it's that tall. And what do you think about size-wise? Is it too small? What are you thinking about?
But like at least short enough to get in parking spaces and...
Oh, it's a hard decision. Tall but slightly shorter. Not sure. It's so hot, it's so hot here. Just having a bit of a recap for what we just saw, and I think it was between the Mercedes and also the, I can't remember what it's called, Renault. LDV. Mikey, I think you're leaning towards the LDV.
Just because it's shorter, also it's like a little nippity nip.
Yeah.
Get around.
Where are you putting all my stuff? We are definitely going to have to get some sort of aircon. I can't cope with this heat already. Oh, actually, can we just pause for a second? Because I've just realised I've completely forgot to explain why there's suddenly a man in my videos. So, let me introduce you properly. This is Mike. And yes, I've gone and got myself a boyfriend. I know, very different to the whole solo female van life thing I've had going on for the past couple of years, but when a good one comes along, you know, you've got to keep him. But before anyone asks, no, this isn't going to become a couples channel. This is definitely just my little corner of the internet doing ridiculous things, being a silly sausage. Mike is just joining me on the adventures. And actually, the story of how we met is one of my favourites, but I think I'm going to leave that to the next video. So anyway, really pleased you've met now. Mike, you, Mike. And right, let's get back to trying to find ourselves a little van to live in Australia. Not a hard task at all. Another day, another Mercedes.
Do you want the keys?
Now this one actually looks exactly like the one that we saw yesterday, but it has all its seats, a few more miles on the clock, and is significantly cheaper. Let's see if it drives okay. After 2 days of looking, I think we've successfully narrowed it down. Basically, I feel like there's two vans in the running. One is the 2021 LDV with not much mileage on it and very tall, short, can fit into a parking space. It's too expensive though, so we're putting in like quite a cheeky offer. And if they went for that, we'd probably go for that one because just being that much smaller, I think is interesting, especially for me, because my bus is so big, isn't it, back home, that I feel like I quite kind of want to, one, give myself the design challenge to be able to make something that size cute and aesthetic, and two, like the idea of being able to park into parking spaces and like all the things that are a bit annoying about having a bigger van, I'd kind of quite like to experience having a smaller van. The downside is obviously this isn't just my van, I'm going to be living with Mikey, so having a small space for the two of us, like, is that a bit of a risk? I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if they're going to take the cheeky offer. It literally is like a lot less than what it's on for. And then the second one that's in the running is the Mercedes. That one's older, it's got more miles on the clock. It looks a little bit battered, but it is considerably a lot cheaper, and it does have lots of space. So I mean, it would be like having a bit of a big van again, but I don't know, I think we could make a very, very, very comfortable home in it. And Mercedes are known for being reliable. So yeah, those are the two options in the running at the moment. So yeah, maybe by the end of this weekend we might have a van. Maybe. Fingers crossed. Or actually, maybe not. So we've relocated to the centre of Brisbane for phase 2 of Find a Vehicle to Live In. But for now, let me show you the new place that we're staying at. So I'm not really a city girl, but I did kind of love this apartment. It had wooden floors and this little balcony. It just felt really nice. This is my second van build, can't believe I'm saying that, second van build. I know that it's actually never like the big things in a van build that slow you down. It's always not having like the little tiny thing that you need or a specific size thing, and then you have to drive like miles around to find it. Anyway, but basically because I only have 6 weeks to build this van build, not 3 years like my last one, I really do not have time to be driving around looking for like little parts like that. So thank you so much to Bamboo Lab for sponsoring today's video. So instead, I'm actually going to start 3D printing some things that I already know I'm going to need. I've basically spent the afternoon browsing on MakerWorld, which is full of things that other people have already designed. So instead of having to make everything yourself, I can actually just search for whatever I need. And then I can send it straight to the printer from the Bamboo Handy app. So the first thing I'm printing is actually an exclusive MakerWorld model. It's a little laptop stand because, as you know, I spent hours editing videos and my laptop does get ridiculously hot. One thing that's really great is that the printer automatically calibrates itself. So basically, instead of messing around trying to get everything level and all the settings right, it does all of that for you, and it just gets on with printing without you having to do anything. Cute. Okay, next, this is a connector for my water hose. I've actually already bought a water hose for the camper, but basically I just wanted a little connector so I could join two together if I needed something with a bit more length. Next thing I want to print is a little replacement buckle for my bum bag. Basically, my bum bag snapped on the journey over here and gutted because it's traveled with me everywhere and I love it. So I'd much rather repair something rather than throw this away and buy a new one. I also need to print a little case for my drone. Somehow I managed to leave mine back in England. That was very silly. And finally, something I definitely don't need, but will be really cute, is a little tiny fairy door. If you've been with me for a while, you probably already know that I actually built one for my old bus back in the UK. So I thought it's only right if this camper had one too. This one's also my first multicolour print. And because this printer uses AMS, it automatically recognises the different filaments I've loaded and swaps between them while it's printing. It's genuinely quite hypnotic to watch. This touchscreen is really intuitive as well. You can see exactly what the printer's doing, your print progress and the filaments you've loaded all in one place. It's really good. Just being able to search for anything on MakerWorld and then send it to the printer via my phone is going to be very convenient for the van build, I think. So if you've got your own projects on the go, I'll leave the links to the printer, MakerWorld and the Bamboo Handy app in the description. Thanks again to Bamboo Lab for sponsoring this video. Day 3, and we've had a complete change of thought. So we're off on an adventure to potentially look at something a little bit different, a bit of a wild card. Not sure if the size is going to work for us, not sure if it might end up being a more expensive option, perhaps, maybe. But fingers crossed, maybe not, and who knows, we might like this idea better. Now, if you haven't guessed already, the plan has changed. We've completely gone off the whole van idea and have started looking at truck campers instead. Though this one is particularly small. I think this one's a bit small. The cabinet is in. I reckon Mike likes it though. thinking?
Oh, I do like how small it goes. I do like the collapsing a bit more.
Yeah.
The kitchen dining area was small.
Tiny.
Yeah, I felt like that could be bigger. A bigger flatbed.
So that one was officially out, far too small. But weirdly, the more we looked at truck campers, the more they just felt right. Well, especially for Australia. I mean, Australia is dirt tracks. It's river crossings. It's the outback. So I feel like a 4x4 truck camper would actually be perfect. And I've always said that if I ever built another tiny home, I would actually want the bed over the cab area. Basically, I feel like it means that you can drive a smaller vehicle but still have the same kind of living space. So yeah, a truck camper seems perfect, no? Which meant the next viewing involved catching a tiny little ferry over to Russell Island. So we're test driving it, and I really like the space a lot more in this one for sure. The other one just felt so small, but this one feels like it's got good enough space that it would be quite comfortable in there, and it was quite square. I'm not sure how I feel about the pop-up like that, because it meant it's quite tight in the bed area, but I guess if your feet went around that end, it would be alright. I mean, those are things that we can change, isn't it? So,
yeah, I don't know if I'd take that off at that hinge and extend it so it pops up that side as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so definitely this one compared to the one for sure. Ooh, stunning here, isn't it? I know I'm not really much of a city girl, but I actually love this flat. I think it's really, I don't know, it just feels a bit green and pretty, even though I can hear traffic in the background, but you know, ignoring that. I've got crazy jet lag. I've actually been up since 4:30 this morning. Yesterday was 3 a.m, so we're getting slightly better, but still. It's currently 6 a.m. right now. So I've been up for a couple of hours, but the day is going to be a long one because we're going to go and see like basically more truck campers, but not like the truck and the camper together, just the back bit of the camper. We've got one that's like in the city, that's not too far, but one that's like 3 hours drive, or 3.5 even. So that's going to be a long ass drive. I'm actually going to go get dressed and have a shower and stuff. So, well, maybe I'll drink my tea first. Birds are so different here. Not like England. We have tweeting birds. They have kind of monkey sounding birds. This was definitely the one that managed to squeeze the most into the space. Like it had a little seating area, a kitchen, a shower, a toilet, and a bedroom at the back. But there was really one quite big problem. Nobody seemed entirely sure how to actually attach this to a truck, which, as camper-related problems go, that felt like quite an important one. By this point, it was completely dark, so apologies if this looks like it's filmed with a potato. This one is a pop-top camper, which is great for driving because when the roof comes down, it's lower, it's lighter, and it should be a lot better on fuel. The only compromise is that the cupboards end up being halfway down the walls, which, aesthetically speaking, is asking a lot of me. My inner interior designer was having a lot to think about walking around in that space. So, I think Mike's fallen in love. He loves it. Like, he loves it. I went in there, I liked it too. It has got good space. I think the pop-up just makes it look a bit weird, but I could literally fully stretch my arms above my head, like fully stretch, when the pop-up's up. So that's really good head height, and it made like when you're in the bedroom and the bed, like that's much more comfortable with that fully popped than compared to the one we saw today, which was fixed, which actually didn't have that much clearance in the bed. But I mean, it's more than that. It's Mikey Mike. He's just, you know, he loves this one more than he loves me by the sounds of it.
And this was the wild card wild card. This is the double
I
wild
didn't even
card.
want to see it pop up. The thing is, it does look nice in there already. Okay, nice is a.
It looks acceptable.
I mean, it's not stylized, but it's, you know, it's looks like if you were looking for something like that, you could get that one would be fine. You know,
Just to stick
just
on
as
the
it
back
is.
and go
Yeah,
off.
exactly. Sometimes I feel like that's a little bit of a shame to then gut it because it will be ripped out. I want to change it up, you know. You're so easy breezy. You really want this, don't you?
Yeah.
I'm going to say to Mr. Dude from today that we're going to take his camper van. What's his name?
Justin.
Josh? Jason?
Jason.
Jason.
Yeah, I think it's Jason.
Do I say hi, Jason, or do I not say his name? 'Cause that's like...
Is it not on the go to the listing?
Oh, Jason.
Jason, there you go. You remembered it.
I'm so good with names recently. Okay, what do I say? Perhaps me with dyslexia shouldn't have been in charge of writing the message. Hi, Jason. Hi, Jason. Thanks for letting us. Thanks for letting... Smiley face. Hi, Jason. After lots of chatting in the car, we've decided we have... Sorry. But eventually we got there. Really?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
I think so.
Oh my god, I'm nervous. I am nervous. Loads of money. Okay, I'm gonna send it. Anticlimax because
You're just waiting for him. He's probably gone
I
to
just
bed.
want him to see it.
He's probably gone to bed.
For fuck's sake, Jason.
Very exciting.
You wouldn't know it from Mike's tone of voice, but we were actually genuinely very excited.
Very exciting.
If everything went to plan, this was about to become our first home together, which feels slightly mad considering it's a tiny space that we'll be living in. But let's not dwell on that. Right now, we just had to wait. And after one very long, slightly sleepless night, in the morning, we got a reply. Meet our new home. Now all that's left to do is turn this into something I'd actually like living in, which, if my last build is anything to go by, will involve an unhealthy amount of Pinterest scrolling. Probably linen, definitely fairy lights. But I don't really want to build another version of my bus back home. I think this one deserves her own personality. Maybe her slightly sun-kissed Australian little sister. Funny really, a year ago I could not have imagined I'd be living on the other side of the world building another tiny home, or that I've somehow acquired a boyfriend along the way. Yet, here we are, and I'm really pleased you're here for my next chapter.
Very exciting.